What's good, Hollywood? It's me back once again, No Rap Cap, with my lovely friend here. I'll let her introduce herself.
What's good, Hollywood? I'm Thug Muffin. I'm an artist. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. I'm all the way in Los Angeles, California.
Hey, out here doing a thing. Okay, what made you move here? Was it for the music?
Huh?
Was it for the music?
I moved here. I was born here, so I always wanted to come back. Like when I lived in Texas, I knew I was going to come back. But I came out for like dancing, actually, and acting. I just wanted to entertain. I was like, razzle dazzle. Whatever, I'm going to razzle dazzle. And I came and I ended up like crumping in Oceanside. That's what I started doing here. Yeah. And then from that, I met a team that introduced me to another team, which is how I got to LA.
Okay.
So it's like a
So from Fort Worth to
Oceanside
to
Los Angeles.
Okay,
yeah.
that's what's
and
up.
then the people in Oceanside introduced me to my first producer, and that's how I started making music.
Okay, see, look at that. You see how that works? You see how that Okay, well, you said you've been here for what, like 3 years?
I think so. I think it might be more than that now. Ooh! It might be more than that. I don't know how long, but I know it's not 3 years. It's probably like 4, with 2 being in Oceanside or 1 being in Oceanside.
Oh yeah, if you count everything. Okay, I feel it. Yeah, 3 years for me too. Okay, and when it comes to like Thug Muffin, how did you come up with that?
The name, okay. So it's internet. It's just the internet thing. I feel like that's how everybody gets their name now, is from the internet.
Yeah.
But when I first moved to California, my best friend, who's white, showed me this like Tumblr account that was tagged Thug Muffin, right? And it was a bunch of .tumblr.com. No, it was a bunch of like suburban bitches dressing like thug shit, and I thought it was hysterical. I was like, and they had the money, and then they had the AK. It was like, and I was just like, and so I took the fucking name, and I was like, well, I'm gonna be Thug Muffin Top Ramen. That was gonna be Thug Muffin Top, like Muffin Top, and then I was like Top Ramen, and then I was like, that's too motherfucking long. And I didn't have an Instagram. I shut down my Instagram, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna start it up, and I'm gonna do this like joking where I had this like sweater that was like a big money sweater, and I was like, I'm from Texas, you know, like just on some stupid shit. But then people started calling me that, because I actually went by, when I was first being artistic in the music realm at all, I went by October. That was like my poet name. So when I did like slam poetry, or when I did shows, I went by October. And then I started making music. I thought I was going to stick with that name, but people kept calling me Muff. Like everybody was like, Muff, what's up, Muff? Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, fuck. Like,
that's the one that's sticking. So.
That's it. And so we stuck with that, and then here I am. I found an excerpt on Urban Dictionary of what Thug Muffin Top means. I'm not going to say it right now because I got to print it up and put it on a shirt because it's so fucking funny. I was just like... like, this is what people are going to see when they look up this name, and it's just going to be like, yep.
So since you've been out here low-key, I feel like, I guess we probably met each other when we first got here.
Yeah, pretty much when I first got to LA, I think.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit after. I go by when I was dating, like who I was dating at the time.
I know what you mean.
So,
Timestamp it.
Timestamp by this motherfucker. No, because I spent like a good time with one person right when I got here, and then that changed me, and then another person. That's when I met you, and then now we're here. Okay,
and we met at, if I remember correctly, Catch 22, Hollywood and Western. If anybody likes seafood like I do,
it's good.
And we were at an event. It was like an artist event. I remember seeing Sharaya. Do you know Sharaya? You said Angie? She had Banji.
Oh, Banji.
She had like blue hair and stuff.
I probably, if I saw her face, I would definitely remember.
Okay.
I think, but I feel like that time is a blur for me. It's like a mad blur. But I do remember that party, and I have like 3 people I met there that I actually still kind of keep in contact with. Yeah. And
we just seen each other on set, I think, in January too.
Yeah, that was it. And I was just like, what was that even for now? I can't remember.
I think it was Baby God.
It was Baby God. That's right. That's right. That was fun.
It was cool.
That was really fun.
It was dope. Yeah.
And on some random shit. I didn't know about that till like an hour before, and I was like, no, that was really cool to run into you there.
Yeah, facts.
It was random.
All right, let's talk about Muffin Mix.
Muffin
Mix. Do you know the Muffin Mix? The Muffin Mix.
I'm trying to put that in a song. I'm trying to like get that tag in there at some point.
Let me stop there. My bad. But no, I was listening to it after you put it out not too long ago, and it was a couple songs on there I was fucking with. Mm-hmm. It's an EP or album? Or?
It's just a little mixtape. It's just we threw out like 4 songs. They're all different. Uh-huh. We wanted to do that. I was like, well, let's call it the Muffin Mix so that it's like random almost.
I like the album art too.
Yeah, it's
I'll insert it somewhere.
Goosh, and that was done by a good friend of mine from Texas. It's really dope. Full circle, like everything.
From the same place, Fort Worth.
Fort Worth, the Haltom. She's from Haltom City.
I'm going to Houston in a couple months, so
Houston.
I might have you. I mean, I know it ain't Fort Worth, but I might ask you some suggestions.
Yeah,
if you've been out
Houston.
there.
I only know strip clubs. I don't know. That's it. That's all I know about Houston.
Go to a strip club.
Yeah, they're fun. They're like real strip clubs. Like
they got Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, like, bruh, they got like actual
Everything's
dancers.
bigger in Texas. So
Facts.
I mean,
You come to LA and you're just like.
They vegan.
No, I like the strippers here. I think the strippers here are tight because they're from everywhere. Okay. So Muffin Mix. Don't let me do that.
Star Child. Pamela Lee. Mm-hmm. Big Betty. That's a single, right?
Big Betty's a single. It's not on the mixtape.
I did like that one too. I like the little bounce feel.
Little Bay vibes on that one. I think it.
You know. But Star Child, I fuck with that song.
Oh really?
Tell me about like how do you even go about like making songs, or how do you
get it? Or
you're like, what do you do?
It's different. I started out writing, and then I realized like every time I wrote a song, it was corny as fuck, and it just wasn't true. Like I would say stuff that wasn't true.
Right.
And because you're sitting there thinking about it, and you're like trying to be clever, and it usually ends up stupid. And I noticed that, and then one time I was drunk as fuck, and went, and they were like, just freestyle. And once I did that, I was like, I probably can't write, and I still write, you know, if I'm stuck on something. But usually I'll just go in, I'll listen to the beat for a second, kind of pick the parts of it that I am like really listening to, and then I'll like scat, I guess. I don't know if that's right. Like, scat sounds like shit. Yeah, okay, I'll just like come up with some whatever
or something.
Yeah, and feel that out, and then I'll freestyle, and then my producer's dope. I'll just freestyle for like 20 minutes or whatever, and then he'll take parts and chop it up and be like, okay, we're gonna do this, and then we'll mix it around, and then until we come up with a song. And usually by then I've already said the lyrics that I want. Like it's already in there. We just gotta move it. Okay. That's it. But I think that's like my best approach to it. I'm more honest that way. I can't really like bullshit nothing because it's like what you're really like thinking.
In that moment. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the flow sounds better.
More authentic.
More
true
authentic.
To
yeah.
You know?
My voice sounds like because when you write, you can get in your head a little bit and kind of like, well, I want to sound like this.
Right, I feel it, and that's I feel like that's every art too.
Yeah,
like if you get in your head about it, it comes off ingenuine. Yeah, and kind of like how you said. So
yeah, definitely.
I like Pamela Lee too. I can hear like a freestyle vibe to that. Pamela Lee. I like that song. Who is Pamela Lee?
Pamela Lee Anderson from Baywatch, from the big old titties. And
I knew that.
And the workout and the
true.
running up and down the beach with the red thong.
Wait, no. Am I thinking of Pamela Anderson?
That's Pamela Anderson, but her name is Pamela Lee Anderson. That's her like full name.
Oh, okay. Now I'm like, wait a second.
Pamela Lee has a better flow than Pamela Anderson.
Okay, as an artist, do you think that what are some challenges you face, like whether it be with writing or whatever? What are some challenges you faced as growing into your artistry?
I think actually my biggest challenge is communication with the people you're collaborating with. Is like, because everybody has a different form of communication, and you could have a really cool idea, a really cool concept, and if you're just not communicating properly to like the person involved, it can kind of, you know, cause issues. I think that's like the biggest issue I've run into with myself, and what's made me grow the most is in all areas just learning proper communications. I was homeschooled, so I wasn't around a lot of people. I was very like by myself for a good portion of my life. So coming out to LA, it's just like, oh my God, and people are different here, man. You have to know what they're thinking, and if you don't know what they're thinking,
they might know what you're thinking.
Yeah, they get mad. They're just like, and you're like, you know, so you have to like kind of be ahead of the game in many ways. I think that's a huge challenge, but just sticking to yourself is always a challenge because you always want to like oh well, this is this, and people are doing this.
This is what's gonna get views. Or this is what's gonna go viral.
Yeah, and I think just always like checking yourself and kind of being like, nah, we're gonna get better at what we do, and that's it.
Being more direct too.
Yeah, be more
communicatively.
Yeah, exactly. Because sometimes I could skirt around things, and now I'm just like, this is what we're doing, you know. So I think that's it. Probably the communication, but everything else is something that you literally get better at every time you record. Right. You know, every time you record, your lyrics get little bit better, a little bit faster, you know. So all that stuff is not so much a challenge as so much as a workout, you know. It's just
I like that. Okay, like it's not a challenge, it's a workout.
Yeah. Okay. And you just get better. But the communication one, you're just like, fuck. Like if you don't know what you're doing, like
no facts.
But I feel like I've gotten better at it, and I feel like I know how to vibe with the people I work with now.
Do you have like a least favorite and favorite song of your own?
Yeah.
Oh. What's your least favorite song?
I have some I don't listen to. I'm just like, bleh. I have one on the internet. I don't know. I have one on the internet. The video was sick. The song was not. It's called Ain't That. And the video is me on a dog chain. And the guy that was featured in it, he had me on the dog chain. And I was like, ah! Like going nuts.
I might have seen a snippet of it.
It's crazy. Everybody was like, you look like a crack addict. And I was like, exactly!
Okay, what would you say is like your favorite song?
My favorite song, I think weirdly Mad Score. And that was my first
kind of like a
singing
one, right?
Yeah.
I liked it, that one.
Yeah.
I was going to mention that earlier. Like, you had a little diversity. For it to only be a couple songs, you still had that diversity in there.
I didn't even want to put that song in there. I was trying to sell that song. And then my producer was like, no.
I liked that one.
Yeah,
it's pretty dope.
I'm not selling that one. You're gonna keep it, and it's dope. I like that one just because the day was very important. I'm not gonna get into it, but that day was very important that it was done, and so it's kind of fermented in my head. Pamela Lee's a top one, and then I've done like a ton of songs since that. Every time I do a song, it's my new favorite song. So it's like some are either garbage or my new favorite song.
I feel it.
So
I be like that with my dances. It's my new favorite dance, then I overdo it, and I'm like, I don't like this dance no more. Crazy artist.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. What about videos? Like, are you gonna have any new videos of you looking like a crackhead?
Hopefully. I mean, that's the vibe. No, just kidding. That's not the vibe. But we're trying to shoot one either this week or next week, but you know, like Corona and shit. So I don't want to get anybody sick. So I'm waiting until they give us the go ahead to have a semi-decent small gathering type thing. And I'll be like, okay, so that nobody like bang bang, you know, gets mad at me.
Where's your ass?
What are you doing? Your ass is on your face.
Stop the spray.
Stop it.
Maybe we should stop.
People are gonna be like, it's not a joke.
We gonna cut that out.
Right. Facts. No, but for real. So I have to wait. But I do have for Big Betty. So we gotta do. I'm putting together a little quarantine video right now where people are filming from their home, and I'm just gonna edit it like a whole TikTok thing. And that'll be just like a fun one. But then we're shooting a video in like 2 weeks or something.
Okay, so we got a Big Betty video coming. I like that name for the song too.
Yeah,
it's a dope name.
That's a fun one.
All right, so like we all know you know you out here rapping. So how is it to be like a woman specifically in rap?
It's epic. It's epic. It's as what people say, it's not easy. You know, but it's epic because people doubt you immediately, and that's kind of tight.
Yeah. Because
when they doubt you immediately and then you come in with some shit that puts them on their ass, it's like, you know, like, it's like, that's like the best feeling in the world. You just get that constant fuck you every single time. I remember like when I first started performing, every time I would walk up to a DJ, because you have to go up to them yourself, give them your music and be like, okay, this is what I'm playing. You know, here's my set. Every time I would do it, they'd be like, yeah, okay, I'll get it in a second. Every single time. Every single time they're rude as fuck to me. And they would be tight people, like, they're nice, you know, they just would was not fucking with it immediately. It would be like, yeah. They would put me off. Like, they would put me off till like later. And I would just be like, alright. Or they would be like, yeah, you get a 2-song set where everybody else got like a 3 or 4 song set. Right. And I would just be like, okay. I wouldn't get mad. I would never be like, what you motherfucker? I never did that. I was just like,
You
all right.
took 2 sets and
I was like,
killed it.
boom, and I would come in and be like, da, 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 and they would just be like, fuck. And then at the end of the night, yo, you were tight. Let's link. Let me get your nut. And I would just be like,
oh, now, okay.
yeah.
Do you think it has anything to do with like your image?
Yeah, of course. You know.
Do you think they try to like prejudge you basically?
Yeah, and that's fine. You know, I understood coming into this. I have a look. I have a background that may either make people like me or maybe make people hate me. You know, so that's why I don't get mad when people prejudge me. It's like they're doing that because they've been in the business. You know, they've seen little bitches come and go and come up with, you know, which I think all girls are dope and people prejudge us no matter what.
Facts.
I've met so many artists that people have said were trash that I listen to, and I was like, they're really not. They're just a female and you just don't like them.
A lot of men, like, most definitely,
yeah.
too. It's most of the time it's men.
Yeah, you know, and then girls kind of will, like, feed into it because we feel like we need to, but it's like, I think more and more girls are like, hell no, like, nah, like, we're not going to feed into that, and that's cool. But yeah, the image has a lot to do with it. You know, I come up looking like a dorky little kid and they're just like, I don't know what she's gonna do, and then, you know, you change their mind, and that's
what you gotta do though.
Fun.
I can show you better than I can tell you.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna come up here and like try to pimp myself to you. It's just
because I don't need to do that.
I don't need to do that.
Because I don't need to.
Yeah, definitely not.
But I would say too, like, when people do misjudge female rappers all the time, I like a lot of my male friends even are like, oh, don't Megan Thee Stallion, she trash. I'll be like,
no, she's
okay, you can say that about a lot of rappers,
not her.
but Meg, I'm sorry, bro. You
they just want to say it.
Like female rappers.
That's it.
And just say that. Don't say that Megan Thee Stallion is trash. Say you don't like female rappers.
Because you really can't. Like, you put even Cardi. I hate the shit. I'm like, if you hear her, that nobody sounds like that.
But the only reason I wouldn't say Cardi is because you know what they say. Yeah, so it's just like, you know, I'm like.
But Megan, I know she writes her shit and she's in it, in the thick of it. So I hear it all the time and I'm like, you just don't like the sound of our voice. That's
whatever
it.
That is.
Plain and simple, you just don't like the sound of our voice. Because if it was even the same voice coming from a man, though,
you would be all ears.
Because there's plenty of rappers I hear that I'm like, oh, that's a chick, and then all of a sudden it's not a chick.
Playboy Cardi kind of sounds.
Right, and you'll be like, but they love it because they know it's their man,
and they don't even know what he's saying.
No, so I'm just like, man.
She's my favorite, like, new age female rapper for sure. Do you have one of your own? Like, who's your favorite new age female rapper specifically?
She's probably at the top. She's from Texas, so it's like immediate stand, like immediate just. You hold it down.
Homegrown.
And she's clearly from Texas. You know what I mean? So it's like, all that is just, that's dope. I think actually Tierra Whack, who's from Philly, I think she's from Philly, she's insane. And like, just her freestyles alone is something that I'm like.
I think too, like, with your poetic background that you talked about, like, that kind of Tierra Whack
is in it
because she has a very poetic style of
and her flow is very poetic. It's just very, the rhythm is tight and she switches it up like every couple bars. It's insane. So she's at the top of my list visually, sound, everything. Meg's probably at the top of my list.
Do you have any favorite male rappers by chance?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a nerd. We've talked about being from Ohio or living in Ohio, so I have to say Kid Cudi.
3-0.
I gotta say Kid Cudi. You know, he's an artist. I wouldn't actually maybe say he's my favorite rapper because Lil Wayne's my favorite rapper.
I feel that.
But Cudi's my favorite, I think, artist in that level. But Wayne, he's also from the South. You know, his bars are like stupid.
Unmatched.
There's just
to
stupid, you know, and just his sound I like. You know, obviously there's rappers I could say are better than him, and I would say are better than him, but my favorite is Wayne.
And it's all subjective anyway.
Yeah,
everybody will have their own opinion, so it don't matter.
Yeah, definitely.
But would you say? I wouldn't say Meg is like an inspiration because she's new age. That doesn't mean she can't be an inspiration. But who are your inspirations growing up? Or who's inspired you to this day? Or?
To this day? Well, first, like, when people noticed that I could rap was obviously Nicki Minaj. Like, when she came out, that's when I started copying rappers. Like, I listened to Lil Kim. She's dope. You know, I thought she was dope as a kid, but I wasn't really allowed to listen to that music at the time. My parents were super monitoring.
My mom was kind of like that too.
Everything. Yeah, I was homeschooled, so I couldn't, they were like, this.
Your friends couldn't even put you on?
No, nothing. Like, the first I heard of Wayne was Bedrock. That was the first time I heard him, and he had already been out for like years since he was like 15 or 13, I think. So I got on the game like way late. But so Nicki was when I started actually like vocalizing rap, and people were like, oh shit, like you can do that. And I loved her, like I thought, and I still do. I then got into like Queen Latifah because my parents loved her as an actress. They were like, and so like she's just dope. Like Queen Latifah's dope. I'm trying to think of like other female artists growing up. Lil' Kim, Foxy, I guess, a lot.
Iggy Azalea. No, I'm kidding.
I don't dislike her. I don't
either. Honestly, she gets a lot of flack, but
yeah.
I've listened to most of her albums like through.
I think she did what she did.
And she actually makes really good music, at least in my opinion.
She did what she did. I don't think like I can't trash her. I just don't like the the mindset of certain things. Yeah. That's it. But I don't even want to. That's. At least
she can drop the N-bomb yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like at least.
Let us have that.
At least you're not that dumb, bro. Like,
Alright, you got the baby fat fit on today. Always coming through, rocking the dopest fits. Like fashion unmatched, completely and totally. Even when I first met you, I forget what you even had on, but I was like, yo, this girl, I could tell she's dope. Like definitely got to get the Insta.
Oh, that's dope.
And follow you to this day, and I feel like over the years it's only gotten better. Like when I met you, it was like cool, but then you all of a sudden kind of like.
Yeah.
So, but tell me about like how do you even, what's up with your style? How do you make that happen? What are your influences?
It's like ever evolving. I feel like every day I hate the style I had on yesterday. I'll be like, that was not cool. And then I try something else, and then I almost evolve too quick, and I wish I wouldn't. Like I wish I would kind of like stick with something a little bit longer and kind of finesse it more. Which that's the pocket I'm in right now. Like I really am digging finally like the mood, the vibe, the colors, and I'm sticking with it and just kind of expanding on it. But I think style, since I was a little kid, that was the only thing I had. Was like, I was so sheltered in so many areas, but I was adamant, like, I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. And my mom would get so mad. But at like 3 years old, I was like, I'm not wearing those socks, I'm wearing those socks. I'm not wearing those shorts, I'm wearing those shorts. And she was like,
okay. My mom was kind of like that. More in my middle teen and adult years. My mom was like, what are you wearing? I was like, clothes? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I like it.
Yeah. So I started out goth. Like, I was very goth for a long time. Very punk.
That look probably works for you, though.
Oh, yeah.
What is it called? Steampunk. That probably works for you, too.
I did steampunk. I did everything, man. Like, every little subculture, whatever. Because I was homeschooled, so I didn't have, like, an actual subculture of friends that I would stick with and try. So I just saw what I maybe saw on the internet and just tried it. And then now I feel like my style comes from a mentality and a vibe. And I know that sounds stupid, but it's
I get you.
I'm in a very joyful place, I feel like, where I haven't always been in that joyful place. I haven't always been in that like vibrant aura, I guess, or whatever. And now I'm there, and I feel like I just want to expand on that and have a lot of fun with it. And
for me, dressing is like a way to express. So I completely, like, 100% understand that. Like, and pretty much every day, like if I'm going out at least, my outfit really depends on my mood. Like I'll be thinking the day before I'm gonna wear this. I wake up, I'm like, I'm kind of not in this mood today. And I changed it completely. But I feel that 100%.
Definitely.
But yeah, it was nice to do this though.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you came through.
I'm glad you invited me. This is fun.
You dope as hell. I can't wait to see where your success goes, because I know it's gonna go somewhere.
Right.
High, and I'm gonna meet you up there. You feel me?
And people are gonna be like, his first interview was with, and her first interview was with.
But they're gonna see us together, and that's the best part. They're gonna be like, hey, and they still friends.
Yeah, it'll be dope.
But before we go, you definitely gotta, tell us about what you got coming up next. Some new projects, a tour, some videos. Tell the people where they can find you, all that. Talk your shit.
All right. Well, we just put out the Muffin Mix mixtape, so go stream that. It's on all platforms. Then we dropped the single, Big Betty. So you can look forward to that music video popping up soon, and probably a couple of music videos for Muffin Mix too. And then after that, I'm probably gonna drop a second mixtape pretty quick. We'll see. What else? Yeah, I mean, soon as fucking quarantine's up, I'm gonna be on stage. So
tell them where they can find you.
On Instagram? Yeah. Oh, okay. Find me on Instagram. I'm Thug Muffin Top, Thug Muffin _top. On SoundCloud, Thug Muffin _top. TikTok, same thing. Twitter. I'm not really on Twitter.
You should make it Thug Muffin Talk.
But see. Don't give me ideas. I'm gonna be on my YouTube like, yes, this is Thug Muffin Talk. Talking about real issues.
Wait, no. Thug Muffin, like TikTok?
Talk. Oh, Thug Muffin
Talk.
I'd be like, geek.
But that's a tight one too, Thug Muffin Talk. But anyway.
Alright.
It's been fun, y'all. Another episode of No Rap Cap with my good friend Thug Muffin. Give her a clap, a round of applause, please. It's lit. Come on, let me hear it.
I did have a stoner moment. I'm proud of that.
We in LA. Fuck it. Keep it casual, y'all.
Casual. Pop.
And cut.
Skip.